From a war of words between the Congress and Shashi Tharoor to PM Modi's rally in West Bengal, here are the top headlines of the day. Good evening, I am Nivedita Varadarajan and this is the Hindu's News Wrap. Let's get started. There is a war of words brewing between the Congress and its Lok Sabha MP Shashi Tharoor after the latter made comments about India's surgical strikes in 2016. Tharoor, who's leading a team of parliamentarians to 5 countries, described his critics as zealots and trolls while trying to explain the context of his statements on the surgical strikes. Hitting back, Pawan Khera, who heads the Congress's media and publicity wing, posted a portion from Tharoor's 2018 book in which he accused the Modi government of, quote, shameless exploitation of the 2016 surgical strikes, unquote. The controversy erupted after Tharoor, while addressing a public event in Panama to explain India's stance over the Pahalgam terror attack and Operation Sindoor, claimed that India crossed the LOC to target Pakistani terror launchpads for the first time in 2016 to avenge the Uri terror attacks. This prompted Unorganized Workers and Employees Congress chief Udit Raj to dub Tharoor as, quote, a super spokesperson of the BJP in a social media post on Wednesday. Raj's post on X was reposted by Jairam Ramesh and Pawan Khera as a sign of endorsement. Responding to the criticism, Tharoor said, and I quote, critics and trolls are welcome to distort my views and words as they see fit. I genuinely have better things to do, unquote. Manipur's Chief Secretary Prashant Kumar Singh has clarified that the state government has no involvement in the Gwaltabi incident where security personnel allegedly covered the word Manipur on a state-run bus, an act that triggered widespread protests in the state. He denied that the government issued instructions to cover the name of the state and said that strict action would be taken. On the 20th of May, a Manipur state road transport bus ferrying journalists to the Shui festival at Ukrul was stopped and the name of the state, which was written on the windshield, was reportedly covered with a white paper. Several protests over the incident rocked the state over the last week. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a blistering attack against the TMC government in West Bengal, saying that the state is quote-unquote plagued by violence, corruption and lawlessness. He also asserted that the people wanted a change from the Nirmam Sarkar or cruel government. He said the communal violence in Murshidabad and Malda are grim reminders of the TMC regime's quote-unquote cruelty and indifference to the suffering of ordinary citizens. He also said that pervasive corruption is eroding public trust in the system. He also attacked the state government over the teacher recruitment scam and he accused the TMC of, quote, ruining the future of thousands of teachers and their families, unquote. Heavy monsoon rains and accompanying strong winds damaged homes, power lines, and crops in many parts of Kerala, with the IMD issuing a red alert for 8 districts in the state. The heavy rains caused waterlogging and flooding in low-lying areas, and people living in hilly areas like Wayanad were relocated to relief camps. A US federal court has blocked President Trump from imposing sweeping tariffs on imports under emergency powers law, throwing into doubt Trump's economic plans that have rattled financial markets, frustrated trade partners, and raised broader fears about inflation in the US. A ruling from a 3-judge panel at the New York based US Court of International Trade came after several lawsuits argued that Trump exceeded his authority and left the country's trade policy dependent on his whims. We do not know if the US will respond to the ruling by pausing all of its emergency power tariffs. Well, that's it for this edition of the News Wrap. Stay tuned to The Hindu and subscribe for more.